I didn't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But an abuser has been harassing me. And when I tweeted a statement about, hey, I'm not going to bring details public, but if you see, anything from this person, it's probably not true. Take it with a grain of salt. It's happened previously. I need to put this down because I keep playing with it because I am anxious as fuck. There is a fidget cube. His name is Marc. His current Twitter name is Okicron. That is Okicron. And he has decided to attack me online again. Throughout this video, I may refer to him as Marc or Oki. Both are the same person. Marc is several years older than me. He was previously a Twitch streamer with pretty moderate results. He even had articles written about some of the things he did on stream, and because of that, he had a sizable following on both Twitch and Twitter. He had done some weird speed run for Super Mario Odyssey that took like 28 hours, if I remember right, and that got picked up by like a lot of articles. You probably remember seeing that shortly after the game came out, too. Ultimately, this is what happened. After some personal turbulence, before we go any further, I'm not bringing any further public details. I'm not going to use names. I'm not going to be able to provide proof for what happened behind the scenes because it's not my place to provide that. It's not his place to provide that either. It's the people who he abused that are the ones that have provided it. However, they have spoken with me multiple times and confided in me that their abuse has happened. But after he had started abusing a close friend of mine, he started sending me threatening abusive messages on any platform he could, be it Twitch Whispers, Twitter, Discord, anything he could find that he was able to send a message to me, he did. And once I blocked him on everything, he started making fake accounts on Twitter to get around the ban to continue to send me harassing messages. And when I rightfully sent back the message, and I'm going to read this word for word. When I finally sent back the message, oh my god, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I do not care. Leave me alone. Shut the fuck up. I'm not your therapist. I don't want to talk to you, and you need to leave me alone. And when I sent that message, Marc took it as a personal attack against him rather than a retaliation of someone having been harassed by a relative stranger. Like, me saying, shut the fuck up, leave me alone, to his third burner account on Twitter was nowhere near the same level of abuse that I faced from him. And this was back in September 2020. And if you see me looking down here, I literally have like a notepad document with just everything kind of lined out of how it happened, so I know I'm getting everything right. My memory fucking sucks sometimes. Apparently I had cold pizza from Tops for lunch because it's sitting there. I haven't taken out the garbage in 2 days because I just keep forgetting. Some things just don't click with me. So I have everything written down, and I've went back to personal messages and everything to make sure all of these dates are correct. And I'm providing screenshots when I can. But back in October of this year, 2021, Marc attempted to try to get back into that mutual friend's life, and by extension, the multiple people that he had hurt or abused. And it still isn't my place to discuss the specifics of what originally happened on this public platform. But more things happened behind the scenes for him, and he realized that it was time to change shit in his life. He finally had that realization that if I keep going like this, it's not good. I need to make a change. He had been burned. Everything had been taken away from him as far as I knew, and he was trying to rummage the remains, salvage what he could. And for the sake of being a good person and being a good friend to this mutual friend that we had, I decided to go on the side of civility. Not full on hey, we're friends now. Let's go play some fucking games, but if I see you, you say hello, I might say hi back, and that's gonna be it. I'll let you be, you let me be. Since then, there have been multiple red flags that have popped up. Good example is that Oki has changed his username on Twitch multiple times. Like, it seems like every 2 months, as soon as Twitch will let him change it. And in my head, facing the abuse that I have in the past, that set off the red flag of he's avoiding responsibility. He also started trying to stream on the mutual friends channel. And when the people that he had hurt said, rightfully, hey, they didn't even say anything. So I'm gonna... When he was streaming on this person's channel, the people that he had hurt and abused came in, heard his voice, waited around for a minute or two to be polite to the friend that we all had in common with this person, and then left because we didn't want to hear him. He had hurt us. We don't want to sit there and watch our abuser play a video game with one of our best friends. Why would we want to do that? And between that and the usernames, I reached out to one of the other friends, I'm also not going to mention their name, who had received a good brunt of what had happened when Oki first started becoming abusive. And I'm like, hey, I just want to make sure that, like, I just want to see if these are things that I'm picking up on, or if both of us are picking up on, if this is something I need to be worried about. And I brought up those concerns. And my friend's like, no, that's pretty... I'd noticed that too. You're not insane. I'm noticing these things too. You're not just pulling shit out of thin air. And... okay. Cool. Whatever. We're still seeing these red flags. And then we find out that his apology to this person was the apology made to me. Copied, pasted in the chat box, and then the name was just changed. There may have been some miscommunication between those two into what kind of apology they were looking for. But this person's apology was just my apology, copy-pasted. We raise concerns to the mutual friend. Of course, we're worried about them. They were abused by this person in the past, and it looks like that may be a possibility again. We want to avoid them from getting hurt again. The friend takes the concerns. We kind of settle it all down. Like, after talking to this friend and each other and the other person that's involved, we're all like, okay, civility is fine. We understand where everyone's coming from, why those of us that were hurt are uncomfortable, why the person who has abused us is trying to get back into our lives. And then 6 days ago, Marc initiated a discussion over Discord, and it was moderated by the mutual friend, who had read the chats and possibly provided some feedback to try to make sure that he was communicating properly. I know I have communication problems. I sometimes do that with friends too, if it's something I'm really worried about. Not a red flag to me. That's not the problem. I expressed that the abuse he gave me had made me uncomfortable, even pointing out to the fact that I was sick to my stomach. And talking about this, I am not feeling well. This is all tense. I have dinner sitting here that I haven't made because I got home and saw this tweet from Marc, and I knew if I took any longer to do this, the damage that Marc could do to me would be devastating. And in that conversation 6 days ago, I sent a bullet point of, this is how what happened from my point of view. This event, this event, this event, this event, and I laid everything out. And Marc agreed with that. And he then stated that he would not approach me again until I said, hey, I'm comfortable enough with you that maybe we could try talking again. 5 days later, I wake up to a message. This message is on the screen. Okay, his feelings are valid, whatever. But the part that really got me was this part right in the middle. We've both got pain. We're both not able to move past the way that we've treated each other, and we're both needing proof that the other person has grown. Multiple times throughout this conversation, Oki has somehow taken the abuse he gave to me, and the anger he faced in response, and said, these two things are equal. I deserve an apology as much, if not more, than you do. That victim blaming. He's shifting the blame onto the victims. I'm the one who was abused here, and I've pointed that out to him. I'm the one you abused. I'm the one who was hurt, and my response to that hurt was to tell you, rightfully, to shut the fuck up, and to try to save face publicly on Twitter, because he had taken that to Twitter. After that message, I replied. I laid everything out. I'm like, no. I told him exactly what I just told you, that his abuse was not equal to the message that he got in response, to the public tweet. His abuse was much worse than what he had faced. I also let him know that because this platform was bigger and potentially harmed my freelance commissions that run off of the Unmake Yourself account, because he, when this had first happened, had a large following because he was on Kotaku articles. He was a popular Twitch streamer. He was a Discord partner, a Twitch partner. He had followers on Twitter before he started changing his username every 2 months to avoid accountability. And that could really harm the freelance career. Like, I do graphic design, I do Twitch layouts, I do theming, I do design, I do layout, I do animations through Source Filmmaker, I do writing. I'm currently working on narrating someone's fanfic about them and a My Little Pony character going on a date. I do commissions. I'm open for most things. And having a large group of people suddenly just see the message, Blair is an abuser, with no context and no knowledge that Oki is lying through his fucking teeth there, really could have harmed that, and I do believe it did. And as of 2 hours ago of filming this, and this is the 17th at 9:14 p.m., Marc has posted the reaction to the abuse that I faced years ago. 4 years ago. Like, he took my reaction to this abuse that happened 4 years ago, and the reaction was sent 4 years ago, posted a screenshot of a link in Discord. The tweets have been deleted, but he took the screenshot and tweeted it out saying that I was just as bad as him for bringing things public. I'm still not bringing things public. None of these personal details have come out. And I really didn't want to fucking do this. You cannot believe how badly I don't want to do this. But his abuse, his victim blaming, him trying to play the victim when he's the one hurting people, has gone on for too long. And I need to be able to say that when I say I'm not okay with being the victim, getting victim blamed, and being abused, I mean that I'm not okay with that. There is a point that you've went too far. And in reality, this is just petty drama. Most people won't fucking care. But this person has abused me and seriously hurt me and is publicly victim shaming me. I can't let that go on. That's it. That's where we are. Fuck it. You wanted shit public. Here's your public shit, Marc. Stop fucking harassing me. Stop putting me through this shit. Stop publicly shaming me. Leave me the fuck alone and shut the fuck up. Same message from 4 years ago, just said to your face. Shut the fuck up.